Ever wondered what it looks like when teenagers get their hands on a massive stolen fortune?
Ballin' like it's game time. Locked in when it's game time. Yeah, I'm ballin' like it's game time.
I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip this, tell 'em run it.
It all began with what seemed like a routine precaution. The victim, hoping to secure their cryptocurrency, unknowingly took a fatal step by granting access via AnyDesk, a remote desktop tool. But this wasn't about enhanced security. It was the perfect trap. The moment the screen was shared, the private keys to a Bitcoin wallet were exposed. Within minutes, 4,064 Bitcoins, valued at over $230 million, were siphoned away in a heist so smooth it left no immediate traces.
No way. Oh my god! $242 million! You know how much money that is?
Behind the scenes, the cyber criminals couldn't contain their excitement. They recorded a private video, capturing their live reactions as the Bitcoin haul entered their wallets. Their elation was unmistakable as they watched millions flow in. But stealing the funds was just the beginning. They needed to hide the trail, and fast. Within minutes of the heist, the criminals set their laundering operation into motion. To evade detection, they broke the massive Bitcoin sum into smaller chunks, transferring them across at least 15 different cryptocurrency exchanges. This strategy, known as a peel chain, made it exponentially harder for authorities to track the stolen assets. The cryptocurrency shuffle didn't stop there. Bitcoin was swapped for Litecoin, then Ethereum, and eventually Monero, a privacy-focused coin favored for its untraceable transactions. Over the course of several days, they repeatedly exchanged currencies, burying the digital paper trail deeper with every move. While most of the crew maintained a low profile, one man stood out: Malone Lam. Based in Los Angeles, Malone wasted no time indulging in his newfound wealth. Lavish spending became his signature. Nightclubs turned into his second home. Every night, Malone hit the city's hottest spots, shelling out astronomical sums on VIP sections and premium bottle service. On several occasions, his bar tabs soared past $250,000, with one particularly wild night costing over $500,000. His name lit up on club displays and DJs shouted him out. Malone had officially become the king of nightlife. But LA wasn't enough. Craving more luxury and attention, Malone chartered a private jet to Miami. There, he rented a $10.5 million waterfront mansion, paying a staggering $62,000 per month in rent. The sprawling 8,500 square foot estate with 10 bedrooms, 25-foot ceilings, and a massive pool was the ultimate status symbol. Malone's obsession with luxury extended to an extravagant car collection. His driveway soon filled with a jaw-dropping lineup of supercars: a Mansory Ferrari SF90, a white Lamborghini Urus with baby blue interiors, a matte black Lamborghini Revuelto, a Porsche 911 GT3 RS, and a Ferrari SUV. The list went on. Rolls-Royces, McLarens, and even a Pagani Huayra. He spared no expense on fashion either. Designer brands like Louis Vuitton, Givenchy, and Moncler dominated his wardrobe. His most expensive piece, a Moncler Maya 70 jacket by Palm Angels, valued at over $15,000. And then there was the jewelry. Malone invested heavily in diamond-studded Cuban link chains, luxury watches, and rings, each one a glittering testament to his wealth. His favorite, a diamond-encrusted Richard Mille watch, though he owned several. Even his glasses were covered in diamonds. Malone wasn't shy about flaunting his wealth. In clubs, he often handed out lavish gifts. On one occasion, he bought 5 Birkin bags and gave them away to random women. One lucky recipient was Olivia Allen, a model who later posted TikToks showing off the bag. Another was TikTok star Sky Bree, though she admitted she wasn't a fan of the gift.
Me and my 2 girlfriends walk over to the section, and this kid, I'm gonna refer to him as like a kid. I mean, he was definitely over the age of 18. He looked pretty young. He comes towards me and he's like, "I got this for you. It's beautiful, but to be honest, it's not really my style."
As Malone's spending spiraled out of control, he began attracting the wrong kind of attention. Investigators and blockchain experts, including well-known crypto sleuth Zach XBT, were tracking the stolen Bitcoin. With every flashy purchase, Malone made it easier for them to follow the money. Meanwhile, 2 other crew members, known as Box and Wiz, also made critical errors. Box reused deposit addresses, while Wiz accidentally revealed his full name during a screen recording. These slip-ups, combined with Malone's high-profile lifestyle, gave investigators the evidence they needed. By mid-September 2024, law enforcement had pieced together enough of the puzzle to take action. On September 19th, federal agents raided Malone's Miami mansion. Surrounded by the luxury he'd bought with stolen money, Malone was arrested. The dream life he'd built unraveled in an instant. Authorities managed to freeze over $9 million of the stolen funds, including $500,000 that was returned to the victim. However, a significant portion remained hidden in cryptocurrency wallets. $21 million linked to Box, $39 million tied to Wiz, and $4 million still sitting in one of Malone's accounts. So, what about all the luxury items Malone bought? The cars, the jewelry, the designer clothes? When criminals are arrested, their assets are typically seized through a process called asset forfeiture. These items are then auctioned off, with the proceeds used to compensate victims and cover investigative costs. Malone's supercars, for example, are likely headed for auction. However, some of them have already lost value. After Malone's arrest, YouTuber F-Spot spotted several of the seized cars in LA, including a Lamborghini Revuelto and a Porsche 911, both showing signs of damage. The Revuelto's front end was smashed, while the Porsche had dents, likely from a rear-end collision. Malone's designer clothes, watches, and jewelry will also be auctioned. High-end pieces like his Richard Mille watches are expected to fetch significant sums, though his luxury clothing may depreciate in value. Malone Lam's story is a cautionary tale, a reminder that greed and arrogance can lead to downfall. For a brief moment, he lived like a king, reveling in stolen wealth. But his recklessness and desire for attention made him an easy target for law enforcement. While some of the stolen money may be recovered, much of it is gone forever, spent on bottle service, private jets, and luxury experiences. In the end, Malone's wild ride ended in handcuffs, with his name forever linked to one of the largest crypto heists in history. And remember Olivia, the model who got a Birkin bag? After Malone's arrest, she posted a TikTok styling the bag with a police uniform. In another post filmed at the same club Malone used to frequent, she joked, "No free bags tonight, just free drinks."